We'll go 3, a 2, and 1. I said 1. Come, give it to me. Come back. Where's my app? This isn't working. This is highly irregular. I swear it never does this.
This has never happened.
Yeah, normally it's
all right,
fine.
Tyler. Happens to lots of guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
This segment
next time.
this segment brought to you by forhims.com. Forhims offers simple natural supplements for male performance.
Sexual wellness.
Yeah. Hair loss. It can be a thing of the past. Erectile dysfunction. Don't even worry about it. Forhims.com.
It's going to pop up and fly around the room.
Is this a fucking real thing?
Yeah, it's
doctors.
real. Yeah, real doctors.
Forhims.com.
Yeah, you tell the computer what your problem is, and a doctor looks at it and then prescribes you a thing.
All right, got the soundboard working. We're good. We're good to go. All right, let's
interactive WebMD.
Let's try it again. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna reverse this. We're gonna go back.
You know Tarantino this.
Go 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Questlog. It's a weekly show about video games, old and new. My name is Tyler Everett, and I am joined by the best three gentlemen that I have the pleasure of knowing. One of them is Brian Maxwell. How's it going, man?
Shit, Tyler.
Look at that.
That's a real nice intro.
It sure is. And, you know, another nice guy, it's Aaron Kring. Look at him. Look at him there.
You think I'm nice?
Kid.
I think you're a swell boy.
That
All
makes me doubt your
right.
compliment to me now. I was going to be sincere with this.
And the nicest boy of all, it's one Luke Phillips.
Fuck you, Tyler.
It's September the 22nd. This is episode 94. It's 2018 still too. So there you go. There's that to look forward to.
Are we looking forward to that?
They can't take that away from you. And look, hey, Kring, you were jingling and jangling all before the start of the show here. What do you got there? What's on your desk?
What do you mean? Jingling.
You were jingling and jangling your keys or something over there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I want to see him.
Talk about my giant.
I want to see him again. Yeah.
You
No.
Can we
If
macro
you
through his
make me
key
do this,
ring
Tyler, I'm
again?
gonna go through every single frickin' key on.
Okay,
here.
never mind.
I
You're
don't
right.
know.
I regret.
Yeah.
No,
I regret
be
this.
shy now. You were
I
proud
regret
of him
this.
a minute ago. Don't be shy.
You were flashing your key
explaining it to you.
fobs. Key fobs? That's a word.
Yeah, key fobs.
Yeah.
Do we know what that
Bad.
word means? What's a fob?
It's
Full on boners. Well, it's a Frank
full of buttons.
full buttons.
There it is.
That's pretty good. It's a face of balls. All right, I'm sorry. I should have done this.
This went off the rails.
This
real
is a bad idea. Oh, did I? Oh, hold
Let's run
on.
it from the top again.
The whole thing hasn't been working properly. Hold on.
That's not.
Or maybe it's
possible.
just I can't tell if the stream's actually working or not.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Somebody check the stream. Let us know.
Yeah, it's
I've got the
working.
stream up.
It's
I
working.
see it.
Okay.
I see my face.
All right, cool.
I'm on the internet.
Hey, look at that. It was a false alarm.
It's working
Some-
as well as it ever does.
Sometimes you'll have that. So, hey, how you guys been?
Hey.
How are things? Things, you holding up?
The weather is like drastically changing.
Yeah, it does
Going
that.
from
better.
like 80 degrees down to 50 degrees.
Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah,
the
it's
Tylerist
great.
weather that there is. It's the best thing.
It feels like autumn.
I worked outside all day today, guys, and I didn't feel like I was gonna die halfway through it. It was great. You know, I live a pretty sweaty existence, and
Yeah.
this weather just kind of negates a lot of that. It's better for everyone. It's better for everyone, really. So I approve. Autumn, welcome on. Come on in. Brian, you haven't had to use that air conditioner, you know, saving money, saving time,
Yeah.
saving
I've been
convenience.
sniffing and and coughing and feeling bad. So
Oh, yeah.
I like the weather, just don't like what it does to me.
Do
Yeah.
you take some solace in knowing that everything is dying
No.
around you? Like that
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes me feel a little bit better inside. Like when I come out on a nice spring day and everything's all like birds are chirping and happy, I'm just kind of like, man, fuck
off."
this. Yeah, you're really rubbing it in, nature. What the hell is that about? But fall's great. Like you just smell
Fall's
the
the best.
death in the air. It's like everything's like,
Burning
fuck
leaves.
this. I'm
Yeah.
done. Get me off of this fucking tree. I can't even be bothered. It's great. I just feel at home.
Huh.
Luke,
So,
how the
yeah.
fuck do we follow this?
I don't know that we can.
Tell you
Where's
what.
your fucking poetry about autumn? You don't have any.
Nope.
No, I don't, but I'm not as miserable as Tyler.
Well, hey, you know what? I got the internet back before the time for the show, so I went a good
Hey.
solid like 5 days without it, and that's not fun. I don't love that. Don't love that. But hey, it's
So
back
things are
now.
looking up.
Things are looking up. It's autumn. I got internet.
I hate when my internet goes down for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, 5 days is like, but just put a gun in my mouth. Feels like the
It's a
world's
real
ending.
dark episode.
Is it? I mean, I think the people at home could probably relate. I don't know, maybe not. Email the show if you can relate. Mail at questlogcast.com. Let us know. Why do you love autumn? Why do you love to watch things die?
Yeah. How miserable is your existence?
Let us know.
How
Follow it up.
sweaty is your life?
Yeah, how sweaty is your life? That's a show title right there. Possible show title. Man.
We're really racking them up here.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Speaking of things that make me want to put a gun in my mouth, I've been playing that Pokemon Go a little bit.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm sorry. I don't know, because Luke does it, and I want to be part of the group.
That's not a good reason to do a thing.
If Luke was going to jump off a bridge, would you do it? I don't know. Probably at this point, yeah.
TV here, and welcome
Oh, God.
back
Sorry.
to
People
another
are talking
video. Now
loudly.
today's
Shut up. God, fuck YouTube. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Anyway, I'll put up a YouTube video of a guy in a dumb hat. Okay, hold on. Shots
You don't
fired.
have to do that.
Shots fired at, I don't know who this guy is, but who like finally quaffs the hair and puts product in it and then slaps a ball cap on it, but then leaves the brim of it, so it's like, oh, I don't want it to touch the hair though.
To be fair, Tyler, I can see you doing that.
I would never do that. I would never
be
do
fair-
that.
To be fair, Tyler the YouTuber would do that.
I would never do this.
This is your boy Tyler.
Hey, smash that subscribe button. Make sure to click that little bell there to get all your notifications. You know, do that. Right down over there somewhere.
Find a link
I'm
to my
sorry.
other videos right here.
Anyway, I've been playing it. Like,
Why?
here's the thing.
Is it okay? Okay, real talk, me, Tyler.
Yeah.
Is it actually playing anything, or are you just sort of waddling around?
You're out there throwing your balls around. Let's be serious.
I enjoy throwing my balls at
Throwing your
pocket-sized
sweaty balls
monsters. All
around.
right, look,
Yeah. But right now, you can play without sweating.
perfect. Luke's got it.
Speak
Here's the
for
other
yourself,
thing.
sir.
Here's the other thing I can play. I can also play while I'm driving around. Not like actually actively playing while I'm driving, but like
Just kidding, please.
Go on.
what my point is, I don't live like super close to a bunch of Pokestops and gyms and stuff. And for my new job, I got to drive all over this whole place. So I can pass by one. I can see one on my way into a parking lot and be like, oh, spin that little thing around and get some goodies out of it. And that's been a problem that's been prohibiting me from enjoying the game in the past, is I never have enough balls to throw at monsters. So
In
this
your pocket.
yeah, this helps that a little bit.
Is that because the game cheats?
The game does cheat. The game feels bad. Playing it isn't so much fun, but there's a special kind of dopamine hit and nostalgia hit. It's like both. It's like if heroin and meth got cooked up together and you shot those straight into your eyeball. Every time I see like a little squirrel, I'm like, fuck, shit. Throw the car into park and jump out of the car and run outside and throw my balls at it until he becomes mine. That's what I have to do now.
This is how you're gonna die, Tyler. Running down a.
I accept it. I welcome this death.
A warrior's death. You're gonna go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yep.
if you need that nostalgia hit that badly, like just get yourself an emulator, go fishing through your magic internet drawer. I'm sure you got a copy of Pokemon Blue in there, and then
Yeah.
get your Squirtle on.
Yeah, I think what I'm really doing is
Except don't, because
pre-gaming.
Bulbasaur is the best starter Pokemon.
I had I think my yellow playthrough I did Bulbasaur. He was pretty great.
I can't believe I let you idiots high road me for so long.
Yeah,
Fuck every one of you and your stupid Pokemon.
thank you.
Yeah, but Brian, when Pokemon
Email the
No,
show if
we're
you
done.
also hate Pokemon.
when Pokemon came out, we were all like 12, or Tyler was like 8 when Pokemon came out.
I was a youngin. I was just a little fella,
Just a wee little Tyler.
just out there sweating and
Yeah.
playing with my Pikachu.
I was old enough to be like, Pokemon's lame. It's for little kids. I'm gonna play Magic.
Yeah. BRB. I gotta go throw my magic cards down and yeah. Anyway, boy, the things that I've done, like it feels like drugs. It feels like doing drugs. I don't know why I do
You've seen
this.
some shit.
I've seen some stuff.
Tyler, I don't know why you do either, because like I'll see you like post pictures and like get all excited about stuff, then I'll ask you about it and you'll just shit on the game.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me.
It is
Like,
hilarious.
I hate
Straw?
this game,
Is that the
but
experience?
it's like a picture of a Charmander or something.
It's
He's like,
so
"I got this."
it's so weird to me. Like it's the only game that gets me so salty, and then yet I don't know. I'm like, Luke, check out this rare shiny little dildo mon that I found, and
Does it just,
isn't it
like,
great?
reward you with JPEGs? Is that the reward? Is you get JPEGs every now and again?
Aaron,
Yeah.
you
pretty much.
you get little you get
Whoa.
little guys, you get little. Sorry, I had to use my when I'm talking to Krang and it gets serious. I got to Aaron him, and you were talking to me kind of like Krang does, so it triggered something primal in my brain. I'm sorry.
We're going some places tonight.
We're
There's a
going
lot to
we're
unpack
digging
there.
deep. We're digging deep.
All right.
Happy episode 94, everyone. We get to really lay it all out
Feel
on
like
the
you
table.
just Use my middle name or something.
So, okay. Luke, what did you say? Why am I playing this game? It's a great question. Like, I went through about 100 balls in the last 2 days.
A lot of balls.
Those are rookie numbers.
Balls for
And
days.
the feeling when I run out is like, it's like, oh, I gotta go find more drugs. It's like, I gotta get to a Pokestop because I can't. What if like a legendary one shows up in my backyard and I'm just straight out of balls? And I hover over that like make a purchase button like for a second, and I go, and then I have to shake myself. Be like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna really
then I
spend money?
uninstall.
And yeah, so like that's usually what happens, but I've avoided uninstalling somehow.
Don't spend money on balls. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say, Luke. You know, why are you playing it? You've been playing a shit ton of it too. Let's shift off of me. We know that it's a bad idea for me, but for you, it seems to be a very good, healthy decision, and you're able
Yeah.
to, behave like a normal human being. What's going on with you? How are you enjoying it?
I'm not sure about normal human beings.
Yeah, sure,
because I
probably not
devote
normal.
Way too much time to fictional pocket monsters, but
Yeah,
some of the community involvement has been fantastic. So like, it's funny just like talking about the game, and then someone would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing too," and like you just find these people who like they shoot up in the dark, and then you find out
That's
that
the best
they're
place to
on
shoot
meth
up.
too.
it's the best place to shoot up
like-
because
Oh, you like meth?
I'm not gonna shoot up on my porch.
yeah,
It's the gopioid epidemic. We got going
that's
on.
not
Oh,
bad. That's not bad.
Brian hates it. Which means it's gonna be the show title,
Gopioid
but he's gonna feel
epidemic.
real dirty doing it.
It might be.
So like,
Jeez, we're like 3
Finding
minutes
out-
in. We gotta get some.
finding out that a few other people that I used to work with play it, and now all of a sudden we're all talking about it, and we're like sending screenshots of what we caught and discussing it. Like that's been really cool. And then today there was a whole event where there was a Pokemon with a super like high spawn chance.
A Chikorita.
Yeah, it's a Chikorita. And it's a stupid Pokemon.
Look at the
It
Chikorita.
doesn't even look cool.
It's like a girl Bulbasaur ring.
Yeah, and it's not
Thank you.
powerful.
It sounds like a menu item at Taco Bell.
But I was walking.
Get a double grilled Chikorita for a limited time only in the new $5 value box. Sorry, go ahead. That was too good to pass up. You were getting your Chikorita event today, Luke. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, which I didn't care about Chikorita at all.
Me
but
either.
what was fun is
Caught 60 of
having
them.
a few people that I knew meet up downtown, and then we would just walk and talked and enjoyed the water and caught up on stuff. And we did some raids. And the coolest thing is that freaking Mewtwo is in raids now.
Yeah.
My favorite Pokemon. So we've been out, we've been catching a bunch of Mewtwo's, and that takes
Bunch? You've been catching a bunch of them?
I've got like 9 of them.
Fucking hell. Okay.
So, and like that takes
I've
a
got
group
0 of them right now.
takes a group of like 15 people
Yeah,
to work together to do it.
it does.
Well, earlier today we've had like 3-4 groups going in at once. So that's a ton of people that are just all out and about and walking and having fun and working together. And I like that aspect of it. And yeah, you meet some interesting individuals, but for the most part, everyone's very cool.
By interesting, do you mean they're like, hey, so we could turn this into an orgy real quick if you wanted to. It could be a Pokemon Gore orgy.
That's a
That's
good one,
what I tried.
Tyler.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. Anyway,
I'll fix it in post.
yeah. You
But
can feel free
catching
to amplify
catching
that.
Mewtwo allowed me to finish my first generation Pokédex. So
That's
finally did it.
pretty cool that you got all
You caught them all
151.
151.
Off of 151,
That's crazy to me.
cataloged, indexed.
And the cool thing is you'll be able to go into, what is it, Pokemon Eevee.
Pokemon
Go-
Let's Go
Let's Go
Eevee /
Eevee.
Pikachu, which is one of the stupidest names in the world.
Yeah, but you'll just have them. You'll just already have them all.
I can transfer them from my phone to the Switch, and they go into like this Poke Park,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can take them with me out into the Poke World on Switch.
Yep, this all checks out. Yep.
And I don't know what it really does for me. I don't know if they're going to have the same stats or what, but it would seem really overpowered to bring in like a high level Mewtwo as I'm starting the game and just, destroy the first few gyms.
And not fun, I would think.
Right. So I don't really understand that, but it's a feature, so I'll
There you
try
go.
it.
Yeah. Give it a whirl. Maybe you can use maybe there's only like a certain amount you can bring with you at a time, or something like that.
Oh, it's max. I think it's like 1,000 or something.
That's a lot. Seems like a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I was reading the other day. There's like 20 different parks, and you can do 50 Pokemon a park or something like that.
All right. Wow, geez, that one looks really. Boy, it looks dumb. Just a big old long net coming out of a flower. It's so weird. Yeah, that's the evolved version. Yeah.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that one that it evolved into, Luke?
Magnium or something? I don't know.
Those words don't sound similar.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Just in case anyone's keeping score at home.
Yeah, if you were
I don't know.
curious.
Like, if it's not like the first generation, the newer ones, I don't know a whole lot about.
You just know you got to
care
catch them
less
all.
about.
You just got to get
Yeah,
them.
they're there, so I collect them.
Well, there you go. There's your Pokemon Go update for the week. Expect me to either be all in on it or have it uninstalled by next week.
It's 50-50 either day.
Yeah, it could
I
really
wake up not knowing what's going to happen in Tyler's Poke
it
World.
could really go either way. It's really funny to hear in a group chat because we have one that's like a bunch of people playing it, and Luke's like, "Hey, you guys should come on down, Tyler." I'm not even gonna bother. Like,
Not
I'll
even
extend
gonna
the
bother
invite,
you.
but I know you're not gonna do it. So just keep on keeping on, my man. And I've been playing that Sea of Thieves, man. We played last night, and it was
I don't know if we played as much as we did commit heinous acts.
it's kind of what happens every night, isn't it? That we
Yeah,
play?
Our convention was written for people like us.
I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it because we talk about it every week. But I checked a thing off of the Sea of Thieves bucket list last night. We've stolen almost every item in the game, and I don't know how to maximize this window anymore. Sorry, there we go. Except for the most coveted item, maybe in the whole game, which is the Athena's chest, the Chest of Legends. And last night it happened, and it was kind of glorious. Like, we were fighting this boat. These guys had the Reaper flag up, so like they were clearly flagged for PvP. And they were doing one of these Athena voyages, and we met them on the open waters and sank them easily. And then they left. They started it. They sunk. They were talking mad trash on their way down to the watery grave that we put them in, and they left their flag up, which like makes them visible on the map. So we were able to hunt them down easily and find them where they respawned, and killed them there too. Fast forward like a couple hours later, and we've sunk these guys like 9 times now. Every time they keep coming back for more, and we can't figure out why. Well, like at the 9th time, they try to tell us like, "Hey, our Athena's chest is over on Sharkbait Island or Sharkfin Island, whatever it's called. Sharkfin, what is it? Cove. I don't know. Whatever it's called." Right?
Was it Smuggler's Bay?
Shipwreck Bay, they said.
That was Shipwreck Bay.
That's what they tried to tell us.
Has nothing to do with sharks, but you were sure close there, Tyler.
Yeah, sure was trying. Anyway, so I'm like, there's no way it's over there. Like they keep hanging around this area up here. Like it's probably at Smuggler's Bay because we've seen them there like a couple times, right? And so we decide to go over there. The guy comes over and starts kind of like begging with us. He's like, "Don't you guys have anything better to do?" Like,
he was Australian though, which was
I'm not going to try to do an Australian accent. Like, I feel like that would be in poor taste, and I'm not about to make an idiot of myself on this fine show. So, would never. So that was, I think, when we started trying to talk them into just working with us, and we're like, "Hey man, you know what, cool, we're kind of sick of this anyway, we'll help you out." So the guy shows us his map that has an X right where his Athena's chest is. I screenshot it and send it to our group chat, and we start looking. So we figure out like we've got a pretty good idea where this thing is. They keep coming up to the boat and kind of like fucking around and getting like too close for comfort. And Krink's like, "Finally, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna sink these guys." Grabs a gunpowder barrel, swims it over to their boat. The whole time, Luke is still talking with this guy.
It wasn't just that though. It wasn't. He wouldn't stop whining. He was just sitting there whining the whole time.
Pretty sure the dude was drunk.
You guys have anything better to do?
Yeah,
he probably was drunk. But I was like, dude, we're out here trying to help you find your chest now, and you're still whining about it. Like, go away.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm on the island trying to help him. Kring's swimming over an explosive device, and Luke is still talking to this guy like, "Yeah, we got a man on the island. You guys don't need to come on here. It's all right. You just go find your chest. He's out there trying to help you." And the one guy's like, "Well, we need to be in an alliance in order for you to be able to dig up the chest." And at this point, Kring has set off the bomb. The ship is going down. And I'm watching it like, I keep looking over my shoulder. I'm like, "Oh, yep, there it goes. Boat's going down." It looks like, "Okay, we'll go back, get your ship. Bring it on over. We'll join an alliance.
Back over here, it'll be fine."
And the guy's like, "Oh, I see my mermaid over there." And he's like, "Oh, that's probably just because you got too far away from your boat." So it turns out, we sunk them, left them abandoned on the island. Betrayed them once again. I thought it was over, but nope, sure enough, they come back 11th time now, and the guy has got new people on his boat. I managed to board his boat from the island, and I go up there. I'm like, "Hey man, throw up your alliance flag. We're looking for an Athena's chest on this island. If you want to help us find it." He goes, "Oh, we're looking for one too." And I was like, "Oh, great, perfect. We can get them together. We can, we'll both get credit for it." So He goes and puts the thing up. I fire myself onto the island. It takes me like 5 seconds. I go, bam, dig the chest up, and then Kring's there
Brian,
with me.
The chest that these guys had been searching for on this island for 3 hours in between times where we killed them.
Yeah, so they'd spent a lot of time looking for it, couldn't find it. We find it in about 30 seconds. So we get it. I killed the guy that's up there next to the chest and grab it and start running. And I just start hearing over my shoulder, "Thief! You're a thief! That's our chest!" And the guy shoots. I jump off of a cliff to try to get away, break my legs. The guy kills me, but Luke's right behind him and kills him
He had
dead.
broken legs too, so he was just hobbling along and right in the back.
So we managed to get it onto our boat. We break the alliance, and we sink their ship. I get back onto their boat and kill everybody on board, and we sunk them. And it was the best heist that I think we've ever pulled off.
I think we made them quit the game permanently.
Probably that, because the guy was screaming at me, "You are a thief! We thought you were a friend."
Which, by the way, the interesting part was that went from being them having like a random Australian guy on their crew to them having like a random Brazilian guy on their crew. Like,
Yeah.
the Australian guy quit. We made him quit for sure.
Yeah, yep. It was sure an event. We did encounter a fellow Michigander out there. Shout out
Yep, I was just
Detroit
gonna
Moose.
part was
Detroit
awesome.
Moose was cool. Like, it was funny because we had been just destroying these guys, but we came up on this guy on a sloop, and he seemed pretty cool. So
We had wanted to sink this sloop for like 2 hours. But
Yeah.
before we could get to them, this other boat just comes along and we end up attacking them instead.
yep.
So this sloop's been doing their voyages for like 2 or 3 hours at this point, just uninterrupted.
Yep. So we actually formed an alliance with them and kept it, and it worked out being really, really beneficial for us. Like, they turned in all their stuff, they got a bunch of our loot. But yeah, his name was Detroit Moose, and said he was actually from Detroit. So yeah, he was a cool dude.
Yep,
Shout out
that was
Detroit
awesome.
Moose. I added him as a friend. Hopefully, we'll run into him again because that was cool. Those other guys, they got just straight shat upon. So there you go. So you never know what you're gonna get with us, man. We might be our best friend and you get a whole big old chunk of our earnings, or you might get sunk 11 times and lose the most valuable chest in the game.
Well, no, you know exactly what you're gonna get. Here's how you figure out there, Tyler. It's not a real hard code to crack. Don't talk shit
That's true. I do
on
hate
the first
that.
encounter.
I do
and you
hate
won't
that.
Get shit on the rest of the night.
That really does just fuel the fire
Yep.
just to go after them time and time again and beat them into submission.
It's true.
It's that we know we have the power to sink your crew if we want to. So don't make it an easy choice.
Yeah, pretty much nailed it. Anyway, there's your Sea of Thieves update for the week.
Only downside is that the Forsaken Shore content update got pushed back by a week, 10 days or something.
Dave.
And that's
It's gonna come out right as we're all heading out to the campsite.
you know the servers are going to be on fire anyway, so
Yeah, I'm sure.
give
It'll
them a
be,
few days to fix their servers and actually fix the bugs, and then we'll jump in.
it'll probably be at least a 3-week event. I'm not real worried about missing out on anything. I think it'll be fine. So
We can just take our computers up there, and I'll hotspot my work phone.
there you go.
This will work. It won't be awful.
That's it. That's the stuff.
We're kidding, Brian. We're not going to do that.
I figured.
So anyway, that's what I've been playing. Played a little bit of WoW, but not much. Just enough to get in there and do a few quests. Nothing major. So there you go. There's your WoW update for the week. I don't know. What have you guys been playing? What's new in your worlds?
I've been playing something called The Messenger. I picked up earlier today.
Yeah. What's up with the the messenger?
Messenger.
Were you familiar with Ninja Gaiden
Yeah.
in the
I know
old
of it.
NES days?
Yep. I used to play
it's
that.
it's a real homage to that so
Okay.
far.
Oh wow, straight up
And-
like it looks just
Yeah.
like it.
Yep.
Is it as hard as that? Like make you want to, give up playing video games forever hard?
It's not that, but it's pretty tough. It's something I'm playing in short bursts because you definitely hit frustrating spots where you die and die and die and then stop. I know at some point it takes a turn where it becomes like a 16-bit, more Metroidvania style game. But this
Interesting.
early part is just, like moving left to right, finishing stage by stage.
Cool.
Really well done so far. Really good music. Tight controls.
I dig that.
Yep, and it's got a really cool thing where, like, when you go underwater, the music gets all muffled.
Ah, I love that.
That's good.
Real good.
The Mega Man games always did that, and I loved
Yeah.
that. It's
hmm
real good.
It's always a nice touch.
What is this?
My only concern is how much of it's going to be like chaining together, doing bullshit in midair, because it seems like it does a lot of that.
I saw something called a cloud step.
Yeah, like if you hit something in the air, then you get an extra jump.
Huh. Okay. That seems like an interesting mechanic for.
So
one of
are
these.
you concerned that there's going to become like Guacamelee had a lot of platforming like that, where you would
Exactly.
do shit
We've got
midair
to chain
and-
together 6
Yeah.
actions in midair, and there's diminishing returns with that stuff for me.
Yeah, I know platforming is not your favorite part of games like this.
Whoa.
You're on the other side of it. Like, I'd rather the combat be challenging than the platforming be challenging.
Right. Yeah. No, I'd rather the other way.
But yeah, so far so good. It's reminiscent a little bit of Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight never quite grabbed me, and this one seems to be a little more my speed for some reason.
I'm digging the art style a lot. There's some really cool pixel graphics going on here.
Yeah.
Cool looking boss.
This big demon thing is rad. Yeah, it's like that's some real
4
metal.
heads and the crown, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
Oh,
yep,
cool.
I just got a couple hours into it so far, but I'm really impressed.
What are you playing it on?
Steam.
Nice. The old
Bam.
Steam. Yeah, word. Cool. The Messenger. Get it now. And your character's name is Barry with 3 R's.
Yep.
That's what I come here for, Brian. That's what I show up for.
I don't understand that reference.
It's
Not a reference, it's just
Oh,
Barry.
it's just what Brian does.
Just a
Oh,
good
okay.
ass name.
All right.
Barry. Gotta really get every R.
He's a ninja.
It's Barry the Ninja. What else you got, Brian?
I picked up Batman Arkham VR
Okay.
today because it was like, I don't know, like $12. It's on sale.
Oh, there's his parents. Rating the parents. Here comes a bullet.
Yeah, and this is the intro of the game at the very beginning. So
God, that one got me right in the parents.
Yep. I don't know how many more times we got to do that song and dance in these superhero games, but I don't know. Seeing it from a child's perspective is pretty haunting.
yeah,
That was the nice thing about Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. The new
they
Spider-Man.
didn't do the whole origin thing.
Yeah, there's
yet
no
again.
stupid origin bullshit. Like
We know.
you're just Spider-Man.
We know what happened. I think
Yep.
Telltale's Batman game kind of like put a twist on the origin story a little bit, if I remember right.
Boy,
I
that
think they made it
guy's...
so like his parents were, they were dirty, they were crooked.
They had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
that was fucking
not a pretty
terrifying.
Yeah,
That was pretty rough.
and it was in VR.
Yeah, imagine that. How's the voice acting?
It's all right. Like, I just played the first mission. It seems more like a CSI style game. So far, like, I don't think it's an action game. I'm not going to be running and shooting or anything.
Sure.
But going down in the Batcave's pretty cool.
Get to fiddle with all his gadgets and hang out with Alfred. And
Yep, and I expect there's probably going to be lots of little references that'll be lost on me because I don't know the lore very well.
there's a lot of it.
Yep.
There's a lot.
So yeah,
of
the
it.
first mission is like Nightwing got killed, and you have to go and find out what happened to him.
What's a Nightwing?
I think
Dick Grayson.
Robin. Yeah, Robin becomes
That's the name
Nightwing.
for Robin, I believe.
Okay.
They were separate people, at least in this
Oh,
version of the fiction.
Huh.
Okay.
Is there maybe a new Robin? Because I think the original Robin is Dick Grayson. I think he becomes
That's
Nightwing. And
that's what I thought, and
Yeah.
I think the name Jason Todd might have gotten thrown around. I don't know. There's
those are all names.
yeah, that's about where I'm at.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's good to do the VR thing again.
Yeah. Crane, you got your VR? I'm looking around. I don't see it over there. What's going on with your VR? You playing any Batman? You playing
I
any?
had planned to get my VR out this weekend because my wife's out of town. It's just, I could.
You really
The
stretch your
whole house
toes
myself.
out, get a.
Yeah.
How many naps did you have today?
Huh?
How
I
many
had
naps?
so
did you
many
take today?
naps. So many naps. That's the thing is, I had so many things that I wanted to do, and then I couldn't decide on any of them. So I popped on a movie and fell asleep on the couch.
God damn it, that's depressing.
I know, right?
All right, Saturday.
It's still, it's not bad.
No, but I want to get my VR out, and but it's kind of tucked away right now,
I'm sorry.
and I've got to move furniture around and stuff in the room in order to be able to play it, and it feels like work.
Can I interrupt you very briefly to have everyone take a look at what Brian's doing in the mirror with his bat hands? He's giving himself like a. It killed me. That was so good. Okay, I'm sorry. Go continue. It slayed me.
Who's the Batman? You are.
You're the Batman. You're the best. Look at you, Batman. God damn. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, what's up?
Oh man.
So naps are better than VR. Is basically what you're saying.
You did yard work, so I wouldn't look down my nose.
That's true. Yeah, I just did a lot of yard work today.
Watching a movie and falling asleep
It's an upgrade from that. Yeah,
sounds all right.
it's an upgrade from that. It would have been. Anyway, what have you been playing, Crane? What's up with your world?
I've been getting into more of that Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
We went way into it last weekend, but no, it's just the story's starting to progress a little bit more.
Did you get bored with the side missions and get onto the main story?
No, I ran out. There was nothing left to do. I had all these side missions, like little puzzly things you can do on the side, and eventually you get to a point where it's like, oh, you have to move in the story to get more of these things. And so I just do enough of the story to get more of them, and then I go do all the side missions. But now I'm the story's kind of hooked me. It's actually really well done. So I'm going through that and kind of ignoring a lot of the side mission stuff at this point now.
I heard.
I
heard
good.
somebody that had played it to completion say you can do that, but if you see crime happen, stop that crime. Because apparently that can get kind of grindy towards the end of the game.
Right. If you let them pile up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've been doing that for sure every time there's, because it's these just random events that happen, and it like you could be on your way to the next mission, and oh hey, a crime popped up, and it just gets to be more annoying
That
than
looks
anything
like a
else.
photo
Having
of Harry
stuff
Potter. Go on.
pop up all the
Sorry.
time. What about Harry Potter?
That looked like a photo of Harry Potter that was sitting on the file cabinet there.
It was a photo of Harry Potter.
Oh, that explains it then.
I don't know if it was. I just assumed that it was.
Yeah, it was a
Why
little
not?
boy with short hair and glasses. So
Don't let your dreams be dreams, Brian.
he looked British.
You can always
You can tell that from a photo?
You know how they look.
Yeah.
You know how those people look.
We're gonna get so much email this week.
Those
It's gonna be
Brits.
great. Everybody's
Brian,
on notice.
I would know.
So you're still digging the Spider-Man? That's good.
It's still really, really good. It's definitely a candidate for Game of the Year, for sure. I don't know if... So, there's a lot of comparisons to God of War with this game, and rightly so, but I feel like God of War had a much more impactful, much more dramatic story to it than this game does. But it could just be because this is a superhero story. It's
I
not
would expect so, and
it's not a.
he's always doing dumb quips
Yeah.
and things. It's hard to
Yeah,
keep it serious for too long, I would think.
but the moving around in this game is real good, and honestly, I like the combat in this game better than I did God of War. So I think that gameplay wise, this might be better. I don't know which one I liked better overall, though. Yeah, that remains to be seen. I want to finish the story and come to that determination later.
Boy, I love the combat in God of War.
The combat in this game, Tyler, is so good. There's like so your spidey sense you'll have
Tingle?
these like squiggly lines. Yeah, duh. But you'll have these like squiggly lines show up around your head
Duh, dummy.
that represents your spidey sense, and then after a moment it'll turn blue.
And then you spray your web all over people.
Yes, Brian. So if you dodge while the squiggly lines are still white, you just dodge.
Just right
If you
down
do
their
it
throats.
after they turn blue, you shoot them in the face with a web.
There it is. There it is.
Hit them right in that face. Then you
Yeah.
gotta wait till it's just the right moment, or you're not gonna shoot that right in their
Get
face.
that money shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
So, but you can because you can constantly see that going on. Like it's real easy to hit a guy and then dodge an attack and then hit a guy and then you can. So I've got an ability now where you can, if you do the better dodge, like the later dodge, where your spidey sense is blue, against somebody who's got a gun and they're trying to shoot you, like you'll do like a dodge and shoot them in the face with a web, and then you can hit a button after that to shoot a web at them and then pull yourself to them and do like a knockout on them. So it's like all happening really fast, and it's all just super fluid the way it goes, and you're just stringing these combos together. Like you're getting these 50, 60, 70 hit combos strung together, and it just feels real satisfying when you're kind of in the zone on the combat here.
That kind of stuff can be real good.
Yeah, like in the video that Tyler probably already saw it, but he's just throwing stuff around while dodging attacks, while hitting people and flinging himself toward people, and then shooting guys, hitting guys up in the air and then beating them. But it's all just happening. Like if you start to learn the button combos and presses, it all just happens so fluidly and fast that it's just seems to flow together.
Yeah, it seems like they
Real
really
good.
expanded and just modernized that whole Spider-Man 2 game. Like it
Yeah.
seems it has the bones of that.
It's
just
this
good.
game. This game is a representation of how we felt playing that game,
Right.
but not actually that game.
Yeah, as referenced by last week for sure.
Yeah, but no,
Cool.
this game is one of the good ones. I'm really enjoying it.
That's cool, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
But hey, I did a
what's up?
thing today though.
What'd you do?
I did a thing. I upgraded my phone this week.
Mhm.
So then the Best Buy wanted to give me all sorts of money for my phone.
Just really
My old
living your
phone.
best life, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. I guess you could say that. So I've been wanting to for a while. So I went and got
They're
myself.
paying me for my garbage.
Yeah, exactly. So I went and got myself a 2DS XL.
Okay. Look at that.
And I've been playing.
Do you get any video games though?
No, Brian. I just got this console. I'm not. It's
Okay.
just to look at. I mean,
Yep.
I like it. It's the orange
Just
and the
look
white.
pretty.
So it's real pretty. I like the orange and the white one.
It's 82% larger.
82% larger. Yep.
Yep.
No, what
It's got
finally
built-in
sold me on
amiibo
it
support.
What finally sold me on it was they also had it on sale there.
Oh.
So it was like they're paying me money for my junk and also
Plus that
selling it
financing.
cheaper. Like, why not? But I picked up A Link Between Worlds.
That
and
game's
I
alright.
picked up- Yep, that game is all right. And I picked up Ocarina of Time, the remaster for that. And I was gonna pick up the Majora's Mask remaster, but that they don't have it in stock, so I will be getting it at a later date. Probably either getting it because I have the gift card still. I'll just probably order it from the online.
There you go.
And get it that way. But I'm debating on getting a game for because I can't play Pokemon Go. It's not a thing I can do.
You kind of broke up for a second. What were you getting? I'm being serious. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
A Pokemon game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if you broke up for anyone else, but I couldn't hear you.
You did.
Oh, okay. I can't do the Pokemon Go thing. I tried to do the Pokemon thing. It enraged me after like once they improved the location settings on that game and that Pokestop that I was within range of at my desk, I was now outside of range at my desk, and I wasn't able to just hit that Pokestop all day long and get a free supply of balls, and then realize that this game is real bad at allowing you to catch Pokemon. Like it seems like there's just a real random factor on why you're gonna miss. It doesn't matter how good your throw is. That just made me no, I don't want to play that game no more. So, but I do need that Pokemon fix. I gotta catch them all.
Are you gonna get it for Switch?
The Let's Go Eevee, Go Pikachu thing. I don't know. Maybe. I know they're supposed to be bringing out like a new full-fledged Pokemon game like next year, right?
Yeah, I heard this.
I might wait till that.
Like the one that gets the casual Pokemon Go players into like the original series,
right?
And then later on, they'll probably do like a 9th generation Pokemon on the Switch.
Yeah. When they bring that out, because I played some Pokemon games in the past and liked them. I played Red and Blue. Actually, I played Yellow, which I mean, same thing. And I played one on the DS,
Sun and
Diamond,
Moon.
I think.
Diamond, Gold,
Leaf Red, Ruby Red,
Truck,
Green Emerald,
Cloud,
Silver.
Refrigerator.
Those are just words now, Brian.
Pokemon Ivory Refrigerator. Out now on the Nintendo 4DSi XLS Max. There you go. Are you listening, Nintendo? Or can you hear me? Printing ideas out here for you. Good stuff.
So, yeah, it's good. I also so I had a 3DS once before, and
do you miss it?
I did.
Do you miss the 3D? Do you miss the 3D? Then?
I don't know. I don't miss the 3D. I missed the con because of like I had played A Link Between Worlds, and it's real good, and I want to play it again. And I wanted to play Ocarina and Majora's Mask, the remasters for those. And I never finished Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and I wanted to finish that. And now there's the new Luigi's Mansion coming out for it. I want to play that. Or, well, I guess it's the re-release of the one on the GameCube, but I don't care. Luigi's Mansion is awesome, and I want more of it in my life.
I'd heard the 3D was like very well done, but didn't have very many good implementations. Like, this is really cool, but there's no place that really uses it very well. Like they
the best implementation of the 3D, probably A Link Between Worlds, because there were because it does that sort of like top-down isometric almost sort of viewpoint that you get in like A Link to the Past.
Yeah, I'm into it.
So there were specific dungeons where like there were different floors in the dungeon. So like falling from one floor, you fell to the next floor. Like they've done that sometimes before. It wasn't just like you fall into a black abyss and lose a heart. But the 3D worked really, really well in those areas. Other than that, though, you're right. For the most part, it felt like a gimmick in a lot of places.
I tried it at a Best Buy once with that game specifically, and it was really cool to be looking at it and looking down and you were looking down into a box or something, like a little diorama of Zelda. That's how it looked. It was cool.
That's kind of a Nintendo thing. Like they come up with gimmicks that are really cool, but like they're hard to implement, or they feel forced when you see them too often. Like I had an old fat DS, and there were a few games that had a really cool mechanic where you would like fold it, and like you'd see the reflection on the other screen, and that would help you solve a puzzle or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that was really neat, but I just didn't see it very often.
Yeah, that took advantage of the almost like a sleep mode.
Yeah, like the form factor of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. There were some games where like did all that great and shutting it off because you get a lot of eye strain from having to look at that 3D constantly. So there's nothing that I'm really gonna by getting rid of the 3D. Plus it's way cheaper. Like I got this from the Best Buy for $129.
You weren't a Castlevania guy, are you?
What?
Like the DS had some good ass Castlevania games.
I did play those on the DS, and I actually went to GameStop today, and they had those. And they did not have any copies of that. So, because I was going to pick one of those up.
Dawn of something else.
Yeah, Dawn of or Aria of Sorrow, something, some mirror thing, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like the thing about the 3DS XL, so it's the new 3DS XL. Is that thing doesn't have a charger in the box, but the 2DS XL does. So for $200, I could have bought the console that has 3D in it without a charger and had to buy a charger with it. Or for $130, I could buy the one that doesn't have the 3D, has literally all of the same hardware in it, and comes with a charger in the box.
That's weird. Why would it not come with the charger?
I think I remember
because
that.
It's the
Because
13th one,
when
and they
that
assume you've
came
already got one.
Yeah, because they assumed that anybody getting the new Nintendo 3DS XL had already owned a regular 3DS or a 3DS XL or a 2DS.
I'm actually okay with that.
And was upgrading into the new console.
I mean, rather than charge me more for a charger I'm not going to use, just knock the price down and sell the charger separately.
But
did they
here's
actually
the
knock
thing
the
that
price
sucks
down?
about that. So their assumption is that you are upgrading, right? It is an absolute pain in the dick to transfer your account. Your account from one to another. So I had my account on that 3DS XL and it was logged in and stuff, and so I don't have that anymore. And I wanted to sign into this one, and in every other console you just sign in. And
right, because you have a password to authenticate who you are and
Correct.
prove that you have the credentials for that account, right?
Correct.
That's how that works in the world.
And it just loads all of your account information, and if you have class for you, it's real swell.
Discord is
now.
censoring the shit out of you tonight. I don't know why.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that better?
It's just always
Kinda.
like beep beep.
It just mutes you
Yeah,
periodically.
you're getting
It's
bleeped
kinda-
every other word.
Well, they just have a shitty censor. They're not getting the fuck words. They're just getting all the regular words. So anyway,
And Nintendo's really bad at all the stuff.
yeah. So I
surrounding
had
their
to
actual
call.
video
So I
games,
had to
yes.
call today. I had to call Nintendo support.
Did you have to
Talk
talk to a
to
human?
some chick, super pleasant girl.
Doesn't matter.
Telling she has
want
to
that.
verify my account information, and it was funny because she's like, "Oh, your birthday is when the Switch released." Yes, it was when the Switch released, and I took the day off of work and sat at home and played Zelda all day when the Switch released. It was great.
Can
We had a
confirm.
little laugh about that. She's a fantastic little person, but
Did you have to tell her your super embarrassing gamer tag or anything like that?
no, because
Okay, good.
because it's just the same thing as everything else. I've got smart, and here's the thing about that too is like I have. When the Switch came out and then the whole Nintendo Online thing came out, like you could go and like link your accounts together. So my account,
Link.
my 3DS, is linked to my Switch account. It's all there.
Yeah.
But I had to call her, and they have to send it to a level 2 person
You got escalated.
to unlink it from the old console, so that I can now link it to the new console. And that's going to be 2 or 3 days before
Legend
they do
of
that.
Zelda: A Link Between Consoles.
Yeah.
So it's
When you got rid of the old console, did you like
Unfuck it?
scrub all your shit off of
Here's
it?
the thing: you can like delete it. You can remove the stuff from there and like reset the console to factory, but that doesn't unlink your account from that console.
You'd have to go on the website and
You have to like do that beforehand. And there's like there's supposed to be this whole great transfer process where if I have the other console, pop the SD card out of it and swap that into the new console, and it's just supposed to do it. But like that seems bad.
Aaron, you
still.
seem agitated.
I have to wait 3 days before I can play Luigi's Mansion Dark, Brian, and that's
Some of us will never play Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Hello.
your choice. that's their choice, Brian. But I choose to play it. But I don't want to wait 3 days to have to play it after I have this weekend where I have nothing to do.
You didn't go out and impulse buy a new Nintendo 2DS XL to not play Luigi's Mansion on it today. I understand.
You're not wrong, Tyler. And it was an impulse buy because my wife is not here and I have the house to myself and I can do whatever I want this weekend. But that all ends when Monday comes around and I have to go and be an adult again.
I'm sorry that you must travel down this road, Krang, without Luigi or his mansion. But I have faith that you will make it through. Hey, you know
First
what?
world problems.
You know what? That's what we've been playing. Oh, Brian, have you slain any cucumber people this week? I forgot even to...
No, I'm still doing a little Dragon Quest.
It's a random question.
Is it, though?
Gonna be that way for a while.
Was Luke not here last week?
No, I wasn't here last week.
Oh, my God. Let me find it.
Yeah.
Let me find
It's
it.
cucumber people.
Cruel Cumbers.
The Cruel Cumbers are basically like Pickle
Yeah.
Ricks that are just everywhere that you can fight. They're fucking great. Let me find one. Oh, here we go, Luke. Check this guy out. He's a Cruel Cumber. He's just an asshole. He's got a spear. Oh my God, I didn't even notice the death animation. You give him a good whack and his spear goes flying in the air and then impales him and he dies. Oh my God, it's great.
That's
It's
a rough way to go out.
I feel like a Cruel Cumber is taken right from Pokemon.
It kind of, like the pun and everything.
How do you feel about this now, Brian?
There's lots of puns.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Platypunk. He's got a mohawk.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's a punk. Because he's got a mohawk. He's fucking like a real Pokemon right there.
Checks out.
Yeah. Yep. So just still out there questing dragons up? Getting them?
Yeah, everyone's like all the voice actors are real British.
Oh.
Like even some of the enemies that I fight, like my daughter was like, "Is everyone British?" Or like even the enemy monster is talking to you in a British voice. I'm like, "Well, the voice actor is British, honey." Like
Isn't this a Japanese game?
yeah.
I heard that the North American version is
But
the only
like,
one
they
that
bring
is
in all new
voice acted.
actors. Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha.
Like
Yeah,
they didn't even do
she's-
voice acting for the Japanese version, which is kind of interesting.
Like at the very beginning of the game, for like the tutorial fights, you've got a girl that's with you, and like every time something happens, she has to exclaim something. She's like, "Oh, nice hit! Oh, are you okay?" and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things she says is, "Oh, crumbs." So like we call her Crumbs now.
Yes. Yes.
Playing Crumbs again? Yeah, I'm playing Crumbs, honey.
That's pretty
Crumbs with
great.
you now. She's back in the village.
Oh, Crumbs. Oh, Crumbs, that Cruel Cumber really put it to you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got you good with his spear. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's,
Anyway, hey,
so yeah, Dragon Quest and Persona 4 are just kind of always a
They're
little
gonna
bit
be
here and there
ever present.
for a long fucking time.
That's cool though. Looks like it's gonna give you lots of cool things to fight. You showed a picture. You showed a picture of the hat. What wears a pig?
Yeah.
Thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a real good fight. Cause I'm like, oh, this pig's gonna come kick my ass. Nope, the hat launched itself off the pig's head and slapped at me. Well played.
If you were to stream this, I'd watch it just to see the different monsters that they've cooked up because that's pretty entertaining to
They're
me.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just like, look, I don't know. Look at these dumb fucking things. I don't want to kill this stuff. This stuff's great.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a cucumber with a spear. Oh my god.
Its
And his
big,
tongue's
stupid
all hanging
tongue
out,
wagging around.
wagging
Yeah.
around.
I want to take that thing home and like feed it, keep it in the backyard. I don't want to kill it.
Give it a broom, let it just hang out. Here you go, little buddy. You can stay.
God damn.
We won't turn you into salad. Anyway, hey, you know what? That's what we've been playing. It's time for the news. Hey man, it's the news, and the news this week, it happened, and one of those things. Did I get the
that
spit
covers
take?
that.
Did I get it? His face is so red, so close.
This glass was empty, and now it's so.
Damn,
If I had pulled the glass away, you would have gotten it, Tyler.
damn, so close.
Saved by having the glass in my hand still.
So close. Hey, there's gonna be a PlayStation Classic, to the surprise of no one, and it's gonna have 20 games on it.
Brian, as our resident PlayStation person,
For
how do you feel about this?
$100.
Fine. It's another thing I don't need to buy. Like, I feel like that era of gaming maybe doesn't hold up as well as the era before it. Like, everything looked like triangles and Doritos.
Yes.
That transition into 3D. A little bumpy.
I can't think of a single game other than Final Fantasy VII that's like a console defining thing for the PlayStation.
Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, yep.
Maybe not for you and me, but for a
Sure,
lot of
yeah,
people.
Metal Gear, yeah, that's a big one.
Gran Turismo.
There you go.
Twisted Metal was
Twisted
real big.
Metal, yeah, I would say that one's
Yep.
it's pretty high up there. What was the there was one. It was like
Some people would say Crash Bandicoot, but that just got a high def re-release. So I don't know why paying $100 to play it on this thing when you could play it on a console or on.
I feel
Yeah.
like for me, the appeal of these would just be like having them on the shelf because they're cool looking.
Right. Yeah, because they do a really good job recreating a scale model of the original console.
I think you do get 2 controllers with it.
Yeah, but they're not the analog ones. That's the thing that seemed
Yeah.
weird to me.
Oh yeah, that is
They're the
weird.
Regos.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
So-
true. They did have those when they first
Enjoy
launched.
playing with 3D games with a D-pad again.
And they haven't announced the full lineup. I think it's going to be different in each region. I think they listed 5 games that are going to be on it everywhere, and then to be determined for the rest.
Gotcha. Tekken. Okay. Yep.
Ridge Racer. There you go.
Get you some PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it holds up. Boy, look at that. Yikes.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
I mean, you
Yikes.
know that they're gonna put out a Nintendo 64 one. You know that they're gonna have Sega's gonna jump on this and put out a Dreamcast Mini eventually. It's just a matter of time.
That'd
I
be
don't
all
know.
right. Like, I never had a Dreamcast, so
So getting kind of like a
Power
best
Stone,
of thing would
little
be kind of
Sonic
cool.
Adventure.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't know. It's we're getting dangerously close to the point of oversaturation with this stuff, though. Like,
yeah.
it's starting to feel like music games or whatever. It's just like, hey, here's a $100 piece of crap that's got some games pre-built on it that you can play for 5 minutes and then throw in a closet.
I imagine each one's going to appeal to a slightly different group of people.
Sure, yeah. There you go.
The Nintendo ones I think seem to work a little bit better than like a PlayStation one because like there are a lot of very strong feelings about a lot of Nintendo games and a lot of their stuff, especially some of their like their NES and their Super Nintendo stuff. Nintendo's games tend to
that stuff
hold
holds
up
up.
a lot
Yeah.
better than other. Even you go and you look at like on the GameCube, even that era of games, like Tyler, you played Spider-Man 2 and it's garbage now.
Yeah.
But like Wind Waker holds up.
Mm-hmm.
And Super Mario Sunshine to an extent holds up. Like Nintendo just does a good job
To be
of
fair, like
Their stuff
that era
holding up.
though, like N64, Mario 64 doesn't hold up great.
Yeah.
it
I
holds
have
up.
a ton of
It holds
respect
up.
for it, but
better than a lot of other games do. But you're right, it doesn't.
Not great.
I mean, I've played it fairly recently, and as far as like the visuals don't really hold up all that well. The gameplay is not bad. The camera sucks. The camera's real bad, but the gameplay itself isn't all that bad.
Yeah, I think the other part is these all have HDMI out on them, so you can actually hook them up to a TV that's in your house and not have to keep an old CRT TV around to play these things. So again, from that like games preservation standpoint of like, yeah, you could keep an old NES around and it'll probably work for another 70 years before that thing dies, but will you have a TV that you can actually plug it into or not? And these kind of solve that, so that's cool.
When it comes time to do a mini PlayStation 3, I think they're going to be fucked, though.
Yeah, gonna have to.
Emulation for that's real wonky.
Yeah, something to do with the cell processor.
Was real weird.
Yeah, I was telling you guys, like,
that's why Red Dead never made it to PC. I think that was part of it.
I was telling you guys on that whatever that PlayStation service, like the
PlayStation
you can play whatever.
Now.
Yeah, PlayStation Now.
Yeah, they've changed that to where you can download the games now instead of streaming it.
Have they? Can you download the PS3 games? Because what they were saying is, like,
I'm not sure.
The PlayStation 3 titles actually have to run on legit hardware. There's just a whole banks of PlayStation 3 consoles that fire up your game for you because they can't emulate it.
That wouldn't surprise me. It might just be like the PS2 and PS4 games that you can download now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, hey, speaking of PlayStation games, Red Dead Online got confirmed, I guess. They announced that there's going to be a beta for it. Everybody who buys a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 will get access to it when it launches. They say they're building off of the original Red Dead Online stuff that they did for Red Dead Redemption. Obviously taking cues from what they learned with GTA Online. So, yeah, Luke, you shared this article. What do you think about this?
This is the announcement that no one was surprised to hear.
Yeah, correct.
Because with how much money that GTA Online breaks in for them, Red Dead Online was just guaranteed. And that's kind of a concern for a lot of people. And I think I share that as well, is they know how much money is to be made in the online market. So are they going to be focusing as much effort onto the single player campaign as opposed to the online portion of it? And there's single player DLC and expansions that were supposed to be in the works for GTA 5 that never saw the light of day because they shifted their focus over to GTA Online. So it's a huge concern.
I'm curious how well the online component monetarily for a Red Dead versus, like, with GTA, it's they can always just bring out new cars,
more cars,
and things like that. Like, are they just gonna bring me? Oh, hey, here's the Palomino pack. Go ahead and get your Palomino horses. Like, I don't understand how that's gonna work.
New beards.
Now you're speaking my language. No,
you're gonna get your gold-plated pistol.
In
for
GTA, GTA Online works that all into the, like, the UI and everything of it. It's all they call them shark cards. You're buying like prepaid visas in game. That's like the in-game currency, basically. Like, they've done a really good job of making that all in universe and feel kind of like, you're participating in the game's virtual economy or whatever. This, I don't know how they're going to do that in here. Like, what are they going to sell? Like, here's get your greenbacks. I don't know how that's going to work.
The only thing I think they could like sell as readily, maybe new weapons. I mean,
weapons, outfits.
I'm sure they have a plan.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
Tattoos for your horses? I don't know.
Horse tattoos. Luke, that's a good idea.
Spinner rims for your wagon?
Get some sweet.
All right.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
I'm just going to show up with neon ground effects and hydraulics on his covered wagon.
Maybe shooting laser beams out of your revolver and all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah, he's got neon kit for the horse.
I like that.
It's got RGB hooves.
He's got a chrome grill on his horse.
Anyway, wasn't there was something else they keep refusing to acknowledge that there might be a PC version of this game, and I thought when one of the review embargoes got lifted, I read that there was a developer misquoted as saying that it's absolutely not coming to PC. And they later walked that back and said, nope, that was a mistranslation. What he said was, it's coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'm like, that seems like a hard thing to fuck up in a translation. I don't speak Italian, so I can't confirm or deny that, but it does make me nervous a little bit.
It wouldn't surprise. Tyler and I have talked about this in the past. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't, because when you look at the amount of money that they make, it's like 95% of the money that they make on GTA Online comes from console gamers. They make a pittance off of the PC in comparison.
I think that's maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah.
No, it was bad. It was a very stark contrast. They make off of console gamers versus PC gamers.
Yeah, I would say it's not negligible, though, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been playing Rockstar games on PC for a really long time. It would be a real shitty thing to do to just, once again, neglect that whole market. But you never know.
I mean, I understood it with the first Red Dead because that was like this textbook case of the worst possible spaghetti code ever. Trying to port that onto something else would have been nearly impossible, and that's why we haven't even seen a remaster of it. It's just the code is so jacked that they can't do anything with it.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm gonna keep my ears perked up for that. Hopefully one day they do that. Hey, for some bad news, for some real bad news, Telltale ain't doing so great.
Yeah, this really bummed me out.
Yep.
Yeah.
They shut down basically their entire studio, save for like 25 people. So the devs some of them have been kind of active on Twitter responding to fans and questions and things like that, but it's all pretty dire, it sounds like.
Yep. That's a bummer for the company, and it's a bigger bummer for the people that just got fucking let go with no severance, no nothing. Just
Yep.
bye.
It really is a shame because a lot of times with these studio closures and bankruptcies and all this stuff, it's never the devs that are the reason for that, Like a lot of times they're the ones following the orders from up top, and those decisions to keep cranking out the same thing over and over again until the market's flooded and everyone's bored of it. That ain't their fault.
They need a union. The workers need a union in that industry because it's real toxic, shitty conditions they work in.
Mm-hmm.
Crunch hours and okay, game's done. Everyone's fired.
Yeah, some stuff's got to change, and I think it's funny because it's not funny. It's sad because the biggest developers don't work like that. A lot of those,
Right.
a lot of the big, huge companies, it is a career. It is somewhere that you can retire. It's somewhere that you can, feel like you're part of a team. And so the smaller studios, I think a lot of people get into that industry seeing the gold standard of places like Blizzard or, some of these other big...
Ubisoft.
Bethesda,
sure. And, find out that it ain't quite like that in a lot of these other places. So it's a bummer.
It's all profit driven,
Mm-hmm.
You can get that game out before Christmas if everyone just works 80-hour weeks.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it for the good of the company. And then, there's there's so many weird tweets from fans that one employee was responding to. people saying things like
just people who don't work.
Yeah,
Clearly people who don't work.
Clearly who've never worked a day in their lives.
Yeah. I know you lost your job, but what about my video game that you're going to make next year? Can I still have that from you, please? Like, no,
You just need to do it out of the goodness of your heart.
It's gone.
Yeah, one of the women there said somebody had said that they should just keep making the games out of the goodness of their hearts because they don't want to disappoint the fans.
Yeah, and she was like,
How do you
fired us? They worked us to death and then let us go.
Well, and never mind the fact that you can't just create things for an IP that you don't own.
There's lots to unpack with that.
It would basically involve
That
stealing
request.
all of the copyrighted material
I
from
don't have the
Telltale.
tools at home to do
That's
it.
corporate espionage at that point.
Yeah, just make a Walking Dead game because you feel like it. People are really stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we wish everybody at Telltale the best. Hopefully those people find jobs at better studios and continue to make cool shit. Because
they've made some really cool games.
And,
Wolf
maybe
Among Us, one of my favorite games.
the bummer is the people that caused this shitstorm are probably going to be fine. The corporation will live on and get absorbed. They'll get bought out. Whatever will happen there. And all the IP will get sold off. And those dudes who drove this thing into the ground will end up being all right. But the guy who's coding
went back
there
to the well too many times.
Might be out of luck.
Like that first Walking Dead game was great, and I think they tried to just keep making that too many times with a different IP.
Gotta tell you though, I was an instant buy on Wolf Among Us 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it saw
I
the
would've
light
bought
of day.
that.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us was real good. That first Walking Dead game was real good too.
Yeah.
Source material's not my thing at all. I didn't finish it because it just got too gross for me.
Misery threshold
Really
exceeded.
well done.
Right. Well, there you go. Good luck, everybody at Telltale. This one is a good news article though. This one got me excited. Rumor is there's going to be a Netflix series based on Diablo, in the vein of the Castlevania stuff that Netflix is already doing. I'm super stoked for this.
I'm in.
Yeah.
That
I'll check it out
Castlevania
for
series
sure.
is real good.
What's that? Yeah, Castlevania series was excellent. I
Yep.
was not expecting that. I think, Brian, you talked me into it just from being like, I think I'm going to check this out. It looks kind of cool. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll check it out
You
too.
can watch
And
the whole thing in like 2 hours, which is
it's perfect.
an easy sell and also terrible because I'm just like, well, chomp, chomp, that's gone.
More blocks. Yeah,
Supposed to be more next month.
if they want to fill that hole with some Diablo, twist my arm. Like,
Yeah, put some Diablo in my Castlevania hole.
yes. Another candidate for show title.
It really is.
It's funny how this stuff makes the light of day, though. So, like, this guy was a writer for Hellboy, apparently, and he tweeted out, "I guess I can confirm I am indeed in final talks to write and showrun the new Diablo animated series for Activision and Netflix. It's very exciting, and I hope the high heavens it all works out." That tweet's deleted now. Turns out you're not supposed to announce brand new projects like that just willy-nilly on Twitter. So I'm sure he got a call from about 18 lawyers that were like, fucking delete that tweet, moron. So, there you go. But yeah, hopefully that is fully confirmed then. Last one here. I don't normally browse for stock information because do I look like the kind of guy who has any stocks? Come on. I don't have my life figured out at all. But I saw on the CNBC here, they're talking about NVIDIA, and that kind of struck me as strange. But yeah, the stock isn't doing great because the review embargo lifted on those new RTX cards, and turns out they're not as impressive as the price tag might suggest.
$1,000, $1,200
Yeah.
cards.
So I watched a bunch of there's some guys that I subscribe to that do a lot of like PC tech, and so they reviewed these cards the second the embargo lifted. There's all these videos on YouTube about these cards and like benchmarking them and stuff. And it was, in years past, NVIDIA would put out a new line of cards, and you would get about a 20 to 25% bump in performance from like the 80 Ti to the new 80 Ti card.
Comparable series in the new...
comparable series. So it would step down, and you would see that 20 to 25% bump at each level in the range.
Sure.
But you would get that bump for the same price as the previous generation card. So you're seeing an increase in performance, exactly what you're paying. Stuff's getting better, but not blowing out your wallet. Well, this time, currently the MSRP on a GTX 1080 Ti is $699. The MSRP on the 2080 Ti is $999. So you're still seeing that same 20 to 25% bump, but with a 45% increase in price. So you're not getting the same price to performance that you used to get, and so it's being looked at as kind of a disappointment. Also, like, the ray tracing that these cards are going to be able to do, like, that's great and all, but game developers don't develop their games that way. They still develop them in the traditional method. So until they're doing that, like, this is that portion of the card is useless, and in some cases, these cards you're not actually even getting a performance bump. Like they were showing the 2080, not the Ti version, but the regular 2080, in some instances gets the exact same performance or worse on games as the 1080. So you're not even sometimes seeing an increase in performance. You're just getting, there's all this ray tracing stuff. Like, so you're paying for the potential as opposed to what you could be getting now.
I don't think it's a fair comparison necessarily, but my brain, every time I hear one of these new buzzwords, it's like, oh yeah, ray tracing or cube mapping or voxels or whatever. Part of my brain goes, that sounds like HD DVDs. That sounds like Betamax. That sounds, you know what I mean? Like, there's part of my brain that goes like, there's a chance that nobody will fucking use that. Whatever that tech is, what's the hair one? Tress effects or whatever. That was a big deal for AMD cards. They could do tress effects. The hair will look amazing. I don't give a shit. I mean, I give a shit. I give a little bit of a shit. But I just not like. There's part of my brain that just goes, I don't know. They might find something better tomorrow, and it's like, well, actually, all the AMD cards are going to do, line tracing instead of ray tracing, and it's way better, and it's actually more efficient, and we're all going to develop games that way instead. So you got to sell me on what the thing can do today, not what it might be able to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the stock is reflecting that same kind of unease. So I don't know. Hopefully they either drop the price on the new stuff or do enough of a drop on the current gen stuff that we've got now to make it.
But even if they start dropping the stuff on the current gen, the Bitcoin mining market is like inflating the prices on these things anyway.
Is it still?
No, that's kind of
starting to.
I mean, it has stabilized.
What it does is it sets a precedence to where if that market starts skyrocketing again, we'll see this exact same trend.
Right.
So like right now might be a good time to buy a video card, but 6, 8, 9 months down the road, who knows? Bitcoin market could just fall out completely and prices might go lower for the cards, or they could skyrocket again. It's just a trend.
The world may never know. Well,
we will eventually. I mean,
until that happens,
when that day comes,
we'll be here talking about video games. Hey, you know what that means? It's the news is over, so it's time for a topic. It's a topic. It is a topic, and hey, this one's special because this one came to us through the email, through the electronic mail. What? Yeah, we got an email here from Steven in Ohio. Steven says, hey, loggers. I guess we're loggers. It's not like bloggers. It's different.
Worst.
Yeah. Hey loggers, I just recently jumped on the Life is Strange bandwagon and added that to a list of games that have made me cry like a little baby. Wondering what, if any, games have started up the waterworks for you. Cheers, Steven. Well, Steven, most games. I tend to be a bit of a crier. Recently,
you should have seen Tyler at the when playing the Halo Reach multiplayer.
just
Tears.
full on blubbering, like stare at yourself in the mirror and try to walk yourself out of it.
Like the ugly cry.
Yeah, real ugly cry. It's a real ugly cry. First game that ever made me cry, I think, was Kingdom Hearts. I think I may have said that on the show before, but if not, that's out there now. The ending of that game tore me up. My little 14-year-old heart couldn't take it, and I cried like a small child for that. Most recently, probably what's the Edith Finch? I think got me pretty good. Several times.
Rough moments.
There was a few in there. I want to say it was like
Luke cry too, but from laughter.
You know, I wasn't gonna say it. I was trying to be
not to open that can of worms again.
The joke
but,
was
yeah,
there.
There you go.
You
There it
just
is.
said it.
Hey, it's an emotional game, and sometimes emotions take different
Laughter
forms,
is an
and
emotion.
laughter is one of them. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Hilarious. Anyway, there were several points in that game where I wasn't feeling great. The Lewis story was real rough. There was a moment after most of it where I was just kind of walking through the cemetery where the grandmother had like lovingly crafted all of these headstones, and there was like voiceover when you'd go check out each different one, and there was just a line in there that just tore me apart. I couldn't remember what it was, couldn't tell you, but I just know it was. I think I actually listened to my recorded gameplay of it and could hear myself sobbing, like, because my mic was on when I was recording the gameplay, and I was like, "Wow, Jesus, I gotta delete this so I don't accidentally play this ever." But yeah, it was what was the dad's name? Brian with the baby in the bathtub. Greg? No.
No, that was the baby. I can't remember the parents' names now. It's been
Anyway,
too long, but yeah.
Boy, that game is just heart wrenching. So there you go. That's those are mine.
It didn't hit all of its little stories, but the ones it did hit landed well.
Out of the park. Yep. What about you guys? I can't be the only one that's ever teared up at a video game.
Oh God, no. No, the more recent ones, at least like from this year. I played Gone Home.
Yep.
This year, and the
You
end
hadn't played
of
Gone Home?
I'd kind of played it, but I never finished it until this year. I sat down and played the whole thing this year, and yeah, the ending. Yep. I said yes.
Yep. I remember very specifically, like, forgetting that I was playing a video game and forgetting that this wasn't my family and my sister that I was trying to find and all of that stuff.
Does a real great job of getting your all your emotions all keyed up when you go up in that attic at the end, and
Yep. Expecting the worst.
You end up
and-
not wanting to open that door.
relief.
Yeah,
And,
opening that door was terrifying.
yep, that and Transistor is the other one I played this year. That
I've heard
its
that.
ending. Mm-hmm. Its ending got me.
I've heard that.
And I showed the ending to my wife a couple weeks ago, and yep, all over again.
One day I will
Giant.
check that out.
Supergiant makes good games.
All right, upper half. What you got?
Upper half.
I've
On the screen,
already
you guys
said,
are on the.
I've already said mine a few times in this show. BioShock Infinite.
Fuck. Yep. There's another one on my list too.
I
Basically,
know-
any games
I know
that I've
that's
played
been
that
on
you
your
guys have
list.
cried
So
at,
we're
I've
in that
definitely cried.
game.
The end.
The ending?
Yeah.
Huh.
The ending actually really got me.
Yep.
Huh.
Me too.
So-
Oh, what, the baptism thing? Is that what got you?
Yeah, all of it coming together and
Gotcha.
just the realization and some of the cutscenes even just before that.
Yep.
And just it was more of a moment of like, holy shit. Like I didn't realize what all was happening until it was explained.
Gotcha.
And then, the very last part happened. and then it cuts to credits, and they start singing that music.
Will the
And
circle be
it-
unbroken? I listened to
Yep.
that song so many fucking times after I played
And
that game.
I just sat there and was like, holy shit, I can't believe I just went through that journey.
Yeah. Yeah,
It got me.
that when games or films or anything does that kind of like, let's take a peek behind the curtain and show you how the universe works, that's always like a really powerful thing to witness. And I think when you're playing through that, it's even more visceral an experience. And yeah, that definitely got me in a couple parts too.
And speaking of Journey, I have to challenge what you just said, Tyler, because Journey is one of the ones that got me. I don't know if it got you. It got me at the end. And then the beginning again. And
Yeah, that was a neat thing. I don't know. I can't remember if I probably did. I probably cried a little bit. I think I was more. I felt like more. I felt
Was it
like good
uplifting for
inside.
you?
It was more of an uplifting thing for me. Yeah.
it wasn't a sad thing, but it was a very powerful.
Yeah, the game
message that
has
the
something
game
to say
carries.
about how we have to kind of take care of each other, and like, you know, you just like it does something to you subconsciously that makes you do that you don't realize is happening in the moment necessarily. But yeah, I remember having like really powerful feelings and seeing what it was trying to say, and then
Right.
kind of like it coming full circle, no pun intended. But yeah, it was
Yep.
cool. It was a cool game.
And the fact that I played through most of it with the same person the first time I played it was really good too.
Yeah.
Like that like climb up the snowy mountain.
It's going so slow.
Yeah, those little chirps, just kind of fading away, being lost in the
Yeah.
blizzard.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool game. If you haven't played Journey, check that out.
The other one that got me, I actually never played it, but I watched the stream, was Final Fantasy 15. And I won't spoil it, but the actual ending for that and was good too, because once again, it has the obviously the ending of the whole story, and it's the ending of the journey that all these characters have been on, and then it cuts to music, and it actually shows pictures that one of the character has been taking throughout the entire game.
Yep, you got your own little photo album. You take yourself throughout the game.
And it really is a journey about these best friends, fighting together for one another and trying to overcome, the big bad guy. And I won't spoil it, but some shit goes down at the very end.
I didn't finish the game, but there was an awful lot I liked about it. The whole, like buddies on a road trip thing was that was a neat take for them to do.
Luke, you brought up the the pictures at the end of that game, and it's funny because that's a similar thing that happened to me through Firewatch. Actually,
Yep.
you find a camera partway through the game, and it's a little disposable camera, and some pictures had been taken on that camera. You find out that that camera had belonged to a little boy. And at the end of the game, it starts going through all the pictures that you took. And I was like, oh, cool. These are all the photos that I took. And then I was like, oh, we're going to get to all the pictures that little boy took. And that's when I lost it. Is when I saw some of those. Yeah. some of those pictures is when I actually
The happy pictures.
To almost instantly one of those pictures, I was like, I love this picture, and that is my new lock screen on my computer, and it's been my lock screen on my computer ever since.
Firewatch is a great game.
Firewatch was a great game.
I don't know that the waterworks were turned on at the end of that game, but that was another one of those holy shit moments.
That was also one that spoke to you very personally.
Yeah.
Specifically, like a lot of these, that have made me cry. Not very many of them feel like they're speaking directly to me.
No,
Night in the Woods was one where it's
the
just
whole
like,
story,
they made this game for me.
Yeah. The whole story with that little boy was very personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The ending of that game felt like a commentary on games itself and life in general.
Yeah, can't run from
I
it
like the
forever.
ending.
Like trying to use any means necessary to escape reality.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, you have to go back to real
didn't
world.
work out for anyone.
Jeez, is that your way of telling me, Luke, that I have to go to work on Monday?
Yep, that's
Okay.
my way of saying that.
My-
Mondays suck.
My 2DS.
Yep.
Friday, dog. About Friday. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, but then, like Luke says, Friday's gonna turn into Monday, and we'll back to work again.
Hey,
Luke,
the good news
Dick,
is
you ruined the camping trip.
eventually you'll just die, and then you won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah,
There you go.
and the sun's gonna, consume
well
the
be
Earth, and
today
all of
then.
this will be forgotten by everyone.
Eventually, they'll just be the heat death of the universe, and
Yeah,
nothing will matter.
And eventually it'll all
that's why you
collapse
need
in
to go
on
to work
itself
on Monday.
again, compress to the point where it can't take it anymore, and then explode out and start over again.
Round.
You're exactly right, Tyler.
Nailed it.
That's how the universe works.
With that, I think we're gonna leave everyone. Not like a dying star or an imploding universe, just until next week. Just until Saturday comes again.
2 weeks.
yeah.
2 weeks. Saturday, the next one. It'll be a new month. It'll be a new us. We'll be refreshed. We'll be all camped out, camped up. It's gonna be great.
Get camped up.
Get camped. Hashtag get camped up. I'm probably gonna rip through a hammock or two.
Not my hammer.
You're not allowed in my hammock.
Yeah, you're just sleeping
My
on the
hammock is
ground.
still brand new, Tyler.
I'm
Hasn't
gonna
been
sleep in the car. I'm just gonna go in a car. That'll be my camping. Anyway, hey, you know what? If you want to email the show like Steven did, and you can do that right at mail@questlogcast.com. Send us your questions, send us your topics, send us your recipes. I don't care. Send us anything. We love it. Bring it all with you. Go to questlogcast.com if you want to watch the show, listen to it, read some of Brian's articles that he writes every once and again. Little reviews, little things are great. Questlogcast.com. That's the place for that. Thanks to Visitor for the music. You can get more of Visitor stuff at visitor.us. That's going to do it for this week, everybody. We will catch you in 2 weeks. Not next week, week after. Have a good one. Take care.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Good night, everybody.